All right, today we're going to trace the footsteps of a global icon, but we're going way back to where it all began, the raw, energetic streets of Gwangju. This is the origin story of J-Hope, long before the fame, long before BTS. And that's a big question, right? How does someone who has reached the absolute pinnacle of fame find their way back home? Well, we're about to explore how one of K-pop's biggest names just created a project that's basically a roadmap right back to his roots, to the very source of his passion. And that project, it's Hope on the Street. Released in 2024, it's a docuseries and a companion album that's really like a personal pilgrimage for him. It literally traces his dance journey from his hometown of Gwangju all the way to global street dance hubs like Paris and New York. But to really get why this project is so important, we have to understand the two worlds J-Hope connects. On one hand, you've got the Grammy-nominated Lollapalooza headlining superstar, and on the other, a young kid in an underground crew who went by the name Smile Hoya. The real story, the magic, is in the connection between the two. Okay, so to understand the artist, we have to travel back in time. Let's go to the mid-2000s to the vibrant, artistic city of Gwangju. This is the place, this is the crucible where his entire identity was forged. What's absolutely wild here is just how early his journey started on a professional level. Think about it. At just 13 years old, he was the youngest member of a serious underground dance crew. And by 2008, he had already won a national championship. His reputation was rock solid years before he ever even stepped into a training room in Seoul. And that crew, Neuron, this wasn't some casual after-school thing. No way. He's called it a family, the fundamental foundation of the artist he would eventually become. It was the place where he mastered essential street styles, like popping and locking. His style was basically forged in the fire of dance history. You can feel the rhythm of 90s boom bap, that undeniable funk of James Brown. He was putting in the work, dedicating countless hours at local spots like the Gwangju Music and Joy Dance Academies. So with this incredible foundation he built in Gwangju, the stage was set for the next huge chapter of his life, becoming an idol trainee. And this meant leaving literally everything he knew behind for a massive, massive leap of faith. I want you to just picture this for a second. It's Christmas Eve. The city is all lit up, and a 16-year-old Jung Hoseok arrives in the giant city of Seoul completely by himself, all to chase this dream. Going from a local hero to just another anonymous trainee in this huge, unfamiliar city. I mean, that was a really profound and isolating challenge. But here's the thing. He wasn't entirely unknown. His reputation from Gwangju actually followed him to Seoul, and this quote is the proof. People were already calling the agency Jung Hoseok's company because his talent was just that legendary in the dance world. And all of this brings us right back to where we started. It brings us full circle. It connects those grueling trainee years to the work he's doing right now as a global artist. It's just a perfect example of how he has consistently and so deliberately honored the roots that made him who he is. You know, this shows his long-term commitment. Hope on the Street didn't just appear out of nowhere in 2024. It actually started way back in 2015 as this simple, raw vlog series. It was his way of staying connected to that unpolished street dancer he used to be. And now, almost a decade later, it's blossomed into this huge, beautiful, formal tribute. And this, right here, is what makes the whole project feel so deeply authentic. He didn't just tell the story of his past, he brought his past right into the present. The centerpiece of the album is a track named Neuron. And guess who it features? The very same crewmates who danced right alongside him on those streets in Gwangju. So really, when you boil it all down, this whole project is just as powerful masterclass in humility and passion. It's the living, breathing embodiment of this idea that no matter how high you fly, remembering where you came from is what gives you stability. It's what gives you purpose. J-Hope's journey is just such a powerful reminder that our beginnings, our own personal Gwangjus, they aren't just a chapter in our stories. They're the source of our strength. It's not just about where you end up, it's about the foundations you build on the way there. And that kind of leaves us with one final thought, doesn't it? What are the roots that keep you grounded?